How's it going, everyone? This is Gallade Rockin' 19, and I'm here today to talk to you all about Pokemon. Big surprise, right? Well, I figured what better place to start my Pokemon journey here on YouTube than counting down the top 5 first route themes, or at least what I believe are the first route themes. In other words, whatever music you hear first after stepping out of your hometown with your starter Pokemon to start your brand new adventure. Now for some ground rules. First things first, this list, of course, is entirely my opinion, and just because a track is low on this list does not mean I don't like it. I love all of the tracks on this list. It's just, I feel more of a connection to some than I do others. Feel free to tell me what your favourite themes are in the comments below. Second rule is that if there is a remake of the game, then it and the original track will both be judged and put into the same position, as this will make it fairer to the games that don't actually have remakes at this current time of recording. Before we start, I would like to begin with an honourable mention, which would be the track that you currently hear in the background. That's the Route 1 theme for Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Now the reason this track is an honourable mention is because the games themselves just don't give you enough time on this route with the song playing, which makes it very difficult to assess from a gameplay standard. However, since making this top 5, the track has grown on me, so I decided to at least mention it. Now with that out of the way, let us begin with number 5, Route 29 theme, Pokemon Gold and Silver, and Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, this was a real tough one for me, because I love the original Route 29 theme in Gold and Silver. I'll always remember stepping out with my new partner Cyndaquil by my side, ready to take on the Johto region, and everything in our way. Sadly, this track does seem to lose a bit of steam with the remake version, which is why it finds its way here at number 5. I don't know what it is, maybe it's the nostalgia talking, but I love the original simplicity so much, what with the limited hardware at the time, that I felt like when the newer versions were made, it lost a bit of that simplicity that made the original so great. Neither of these tracks are bad by any means, I just feel like the remake version doesn't do the original justice that it deserves. Number 4, Route 19 Spring/Summer theme, Pokemon Black and White 2. I'm going to say this now, I actually prefer this track to the Route 1 theme that you hear in the first Black and White games. Why is this? Well, I feel like this one does a much better job at conveying the feeling of first stepping out into the big wide world, whilst not knowing what your journey has in store for you. It has a sense of mystical wonder about it, while still wearing its playful early beginning and overall positive feeling proudly on its sleeve. It's a fantastic way to kick off your adventure into the vast Unova region, and no matter what happens along your way, you have your starter by your side, and nothing can stop you now. Number 3, Route 101 theme, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire. Now this is where some real nostalgia kicks in. I personally adore this route theme. With Trico in hand, I felt like I was ready to take on the entire world. This was one of those rare moments for me where I felt like the remakes actually nailed the same feeling I first felt stepping onto Route 101 all those years ago. Both tracks convey a wonderful feeling of relaxation and positivity, which is quite funny when you think about it. I mean, what with the legendary Pokemon that can destroy the entire Hoenn region with heat wave or flooding? That's deep. Pun totally intended, by the way. Number 2, Route 1, Pokemon Red and Blue, and Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is it. For many of us, this was our very first foray into the amazing Pokemon universe, and I loved every second of it. When we finally broke away from the accursed Professor Oak, who told us we could never enter the tall grass until we had our precious partner Pokemon. As is the case with the Route 29 theme from Pokemon Gold and Silver, the simplicity is what really makes this theme. However, unlike the Heart Gold and Soul Silver remake of Route 29, this remake once again revives the same feelings as it did way back when, without it ever becoming overcomplicated. This sounds just as good as the original, if not even better. Honestly, I thought this theme was going to be number 1 for sure, until I remembered one more that I find stuck in my head day in and day out. Number 1. Route 201 Day Theme, Pokémon Diamond and Pearl. Wow, this song. Who would have ever thought I would have put this over the one that started my Pokémon craze? It was really hard choosing between this and the runner-up, but in the end, I had to go with this one. It perfectly captures the feeling of wonder and scope of the Sinnoh region, as all the other entries do on this list, for their respective regions. However, this one completely took me by surprise, the first time I loaded up my copy of Diamond. I was so excited to see what this new generation of Pokémon had to offer me, what have been the first new Pokémon game on the Nintendo DS. I was not disappointed. This theme single-handedly showed me exactly what to expect from my first time in the Sinnoh region, and I was excited to see what else the game had in store for me. Honestly, looking back at it all now, Diamond and Pearl may be the weakest Pokémon games in my opinion, but this theme will always hold a special place in my heart, and I will never forget the first time I stepped out of Twin Leaf Town with my Turtwig by my side, as we prepared to be the best, like no one ever was. Thank you very much for watching my first top 5 video. I certainly can't wait to get on and create more. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already. And feel free to leave your opinion in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your favorite first route theme is. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye!